Who are you?
Howdy folks, my name is Richie, aka Otter, and I'm back with another Guild Wars 2 video. The Battle for Lion's Arch patch has now landed, and with it, a new set of weapon skins. Now, I'm going to show them off to you, but what makes these special is these are actually the Tormented weapon skins, which, if you're a Guild Wars 1 fan, you will recognize these are skins that were in the original game, or at least a lot of them are. So I'm going to go through and check them out and compare them to what they look like in Guild Wars 1, and I hope you enjoy it. So let's take a look at the Tormented Ax skin. I haven't viewed most of these yet, so I'm going to kind of view them for the first time with you. And, oh, that's pretty slick, I have to say. If this is an indication of what the other ones are going to look like, then I'm pretty happy with this weapon set overall. Now, do keep in mind that these cost one Black Lion claim ticket right now. That price will probably go up over time. The only way to get these is to unfortunately open up Black Lion chests, and you have to either get lucky and get a claim ticket, like really lucky and get a claim ticket, or you need to get 10 Black Lion scraps, and then you can come to this vendor and exchange them for a ticket. So they're not easy to get, and they are locked behind a gambling box, but they are cool nonetheless. All right, so that's the Tormented Axe. Let's show it wielded on my character. Doesn't quite fit the whole rugged Norn winter nipple theme that I have going on here. But I like that axe. That's quite cool. All right, so here's the dagger. We'll check this out. All right, it's got a little hooked look to it, and I'm going to put, you can see that the Guild Wars 1 dagger over on the right-hand side of the screen there. You can compare it, and this is what it looks like wielded. It's a pretty sick-looking dagger. You know, it's not quite as big as I would have liked it, but it's still better than a lot of the daggers, which are just, you know, really tiny when you have them on your character. So let's check out the focus. If I recall correctly, Guild Wars 1, yeah, it was like this little spirally thing. So that looks pretty similar. Of course, the little light effects on it are more advanced for the newer game. And here it looks like in my hand. Of course, it's clipping right into my leg. Ah! Ah! It's a good thing I don't use the focus. And, ooh, the greatsword. All right, there it is. Now, the regular sword in Guild Wars 1, they didn't have a greatsword in Guild Wars 1. The regular sword was kind of like this two-pronged, almost like tuning fork type thing. So it seems like they made it kind of similar with, actually, this is like a triple blade with some energy going in between it. That is a weird looking sword. Don't know if I love that because like the handle is so skinny. What does it look like when you have it in your hand? Yeah, just it's like Final Fantasy. It's a Final Fantasy sword. That's what it is. All right, let's go for the hammer. The hammer. This does it. I remember the hammer in Guild Wars 1. This does look kind of similar to it, but I don't love this. It looks like a big bell. It looks like a bell attached to a stick. And this little spiky thing here, I mean, physically, you bash something on the head with this, it's probably going to break right here at the seam. But let's see what it looks like when it's wielded. Yeah, that's not my favorite hammer, that's for sure. But to each his own. All right, Longbow. Oh, I like the shard, like the shattered crystal look. That effect is really kind of nifty. And that's it, wielded. Yeah, I like the bow quite a bit. And let's look at the mace. That's interesting. It looks like a on a stick. It's a on a stick. There it is. I don't know what it is, but, you know. Definitely looks painful to get hit with. At least I can believe that I can hit something a few times without it breaking. All right, pistol is up next. We've got some swirls. We've got the electric swirl. And again, we got clipping. I clip into my coat, into my pants, or my... It's not a skirt. This is not a skirt. This is a combat dress. Something. It's a kilt. It's totally a kilt. I didn't say dress. Kilt. And the rifle. Okay, now with Now complete with swirls as well. We've got swirls. Don't know how I feel about the gun or the rifle. It's okay, because I'm not going to use those. Anyway. The Scepter, I like it. It's a gnarly old druid staff looking thingy. Even though it's a Scepter, I still said Zaf. It's pretty cool. I like that. The shields are usually pretty awesome. Let's check this out. Okay, that's just like the Guild Wars 1 shield. But with the updated sparkles. Totally doesn't fit my look. But it probably fits a lot of other people's looks. Alright, the short bow. Take a look at that. Oh, it's definitely much different than the longbow. A lot of times the short bow and the longbow look very similar. This definitely has a unique look. Again, I question maybe the practicality of shooting an arrow with this thing, but it does look unique. I like the longbow better. The staff. Is that the staff? Did I choose correctly? I did. Okay. And there's it wielded. That's got the swirls of the gun and stuff, but it makes more. The swirls make more sense on a staff than a rifle. Okay, we're getting down to the end here. The sword. Now this is the one that used to be 2 prongs. Okay, it resembles the Guild Wars 1 sword, but the Guild Wars 1 sword was more. It didn't have all this energy in the middle, which actually kind of makes it look like a solid blade almost. I'm not sure. I mean, it looks cool. I'm not sure that it's a good, necessarily, representation of the Guild Wars 1 sword. I'm sure people would like it. Yeah. I like how the hilt is thicker than the greatsword even. It just works more from a physics standpoint for me. The torch. Okay, it's like the mace with the but plus fire. So, you know, plus purple fire. That's pretty cool. Burn things. And the war horn. Okay. It's a squiggly war horn with swirls. I have nothing to say about that, apparently. And let me guess. Harpoon gun's got swirls. It does have swirls. Swirly harpoon gun. The spear they actually had in Guild Wars 1. I think that's probably pretty similar to what it looked like. I don't remember it specifically. I'll put it up on the screen, though. Actually, it looks a little... That spear looks a little tiny in my hand. It's like a little toothpick. And the trident. The trident. Oh, I like that. Okay, so I can give up the fact that it doesn't work physically because it's obviously magical. Obviously, these would not be attached pieces. So I'm suspending my disbelief on this one. It's interesting how some of them have like tons of glowy effects and sparkles, and some of them are kind of like a little bit more plain. But there you have the Tormented weapon skins, a throwback from Guild Wars 1. This is probably going to make people pretty excited to see them in game. Though I think the comments are still going to probably be, why does every single weapon set have to be Black Lion tickets? Why can't we purchase these with other ways? I think that's going to be a common thread since they come up with a lot of weapon skins and put them behind that. And but overall, I think it's cool that they added them to the game. Let me know what you think about these weapons in the comments field below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Those things really help me out, guys, and I appreciate it. And I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.